Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's class. Today's class is lesson number 8 of second module, and in second module, we are dealing with compass surveying and traversing. So, we'll be solving some simple problems today based on the concept of latitudes and departures. So, if you remember from the previous class, okay, latitude and departure. Latitude is the projection of the surveying line along north or south axis, and departure is the projection of surveying line along east or west axis. And latitude is measured as L cos of alpha or theta. Departure is L sine of alpha, where alpha is the reduced bearing of the surveying line, reduced bearing or quadrant bearing of surveying line. And sign convention, latitude of the line is positive when measured northwards or upwards, and it is termed as northing. And latitude of the line is negative when it is measured southwards or downwards, and it is measured as southing. So in this case, for line AB, the latitude is along north, so it will be positive. And for departure, the line is positive when it is measured eastward or rightward, and it is termed as easting. And if the departure of the line is negative, if it is measured westward or leftward, and it is termed as westing. So here the departure is along east, so it is positive. If you go to southeast quadrant, the departure is along east, it is going to be positive, but the latitude is along south or it is southwards, so it will be negative. So please remember, this is the sign convention for latitude and departure. Okay, in the northeast axis, latitude is also positive, departure is also positive because it is north positive, east positive. If you come to north southeast axis, okay, latitude is along south, so it is going to be negative. Departure is along east, it is positive. If you come to south-west axis, latitude is along south, so negative. Departure is along west, negative. Northwest axis, latitude is along north, so positive. Departure is along south. Departure is along west, hence it is negative. So this is latitude and departure. We'll solve a simple problem. Okay, write down the problem. Bearings of bearings and length bearings and bearings and length of all the lines of of a closed traverse is given below. Find the latitude and departure of all the lines. Okay. Bearings and lengths of all the lines of a closed traverse is given. Find the latitude and departure of all the lines. Write down the given data: AB, BC, CD, DE, and finally EA. Length of all the lines, it is given in terms of meters. And bearings are also given. Bearings are given in terms of whole circle bearings. Okay. So this is the given data. We have to find out latitudes and departure. So latitude is given by L into cos theta and departure is given by L into sin theta, where theta is reduced bearing or quadrant bearing. So we have to find reduced bearing. Length is already given. Okay. And all the lengths are in meters. You have to measure reduced bearing of all the lines, and reduced bearing is nothing but theta. Okay. So let us measure reduced bearing. Okay. For line AB, its whole circle bearing is 87 degree 30 minutes. If you don't remember the conversions, Okay, this is how you convert whole circle bearing to reduced bearing. So for line AB, whole circle bearing is 87 degree, 30 minutes. So it lies between 0 and 90 degrees. So reduced bearing will be equal to whole circle bearing. So it will be same. But we have to write the quadrants as well. So 0 to 90 meaning it is in northeast quadrant. North, east. Next 20 degree, 20 minutes. Okay, it also lies between 0 and 90. Hence it is first quadrant, that is northeast quadrant. So north 20 degree, 20 minutes east. For line CD, okay, the whole circle bearing is 280 degrees. So 280 degrees, that is between 270 and 360. So it lies in northwest quadrant. So please tell me what is its reduced bearing? 280 degrees. What will be its reduced bearing?
So north 80 degrees. 80 degrees.
North 80 degrees and it is
0 minutes.
west. 0 minutes west. So 360, it is in northwest quadrant, that is between 270 and 360. So reduced bearing will be 360 minus whole circle bearing, that is 360 minus 280, which is equal to 80 degrees. So north 80 degrees west. So for next line DE 210 degree 3 minutes. What will be reduced bearing? 210 degree 3 minutes. It lies between 180 and 270. 180 and 270, that is southwest quadrant.
South 21 degrees 3 minutes west quadrant.
South 21 degree 3 minutes and it is west. Finally, for line EA, what will be its reduced bearing? The angle is 128 degree, 180 degree, 28 minutes. So it is 20 more than 180, 28 minutes more than 180. So it lies between 180 and 270.
Sir, that above one, sir, 30 degree 3 minutes, sir. South 30 degree 3 minutes west, sir.
30 degree 3 minutes. Okay, 210 minus 180. 30 degree 3 minutes. Okay, correct. The last line 180 degree 28 minutes. It lies between 180 and 270 degrees, that is in south west quadrant. So reduced bearing is equal to whole circle bearing minus 180 degrees, that is 180 degree 28 minutes minus 180 degrees.
South
So it's
0 degree 28 minutes west, sir.
0 degree 28 minutes west. Okay. So we have calculated reduced bearings. Okay, so to calculate latitude and departure, we need length of all the lines. It is already given in the question. And we need theta values. Okay, theta values, we have calculated it. So we'll multiply both and we will calculate latitude as well as departure. Okay, for the first line, L is equal to 204 into cos of 87 degree 30 minutes. So please tell me what is the latitude.
8.898. 898.
8.898. Okay. For the next line, length is 226 and cos of 20 degree 20 minutes. Please tell me what is the latitude. Okay, one more thing. You have to consider sign convention as well. For line AB, when you are considering latitude, you should check whether it is with northwards or southwards. If for line AB it is northwards, so it is plus. So the answer will be plus. And here also, for line BC also, it is with respect to north. So here also it will be plus. So please tell me what is the answer. Tell the answer with respect to sign convention.
So
Latitude
plus 211.91.
211.91.
1, sir.
Okay. Plus 211.91. Okay. For CD, for line CD, again reduced bearing is north west. So latitude will be positive because it is north. Its length is 187 and cos of reduced bearing is 80 degrees. So its latitude will be
32.47, sir.
32.47. Okay. I hope all of you are getting the same answers. Okay, moving on to the next line. Line DE. For line DE, the reduced bearing is southwest. Latitude is southwards. So if it is southwards, then it will be negative. So minus length is 192 and cos of reduced bearing is 30 degree 3 minutes. Okay, what is the answer?
Sir, minus
Sir, minus
166.19.
-160 point.
Answer is minus 1
66.22.
point
22.
22. Finally, we have the last line EA and its bearing is south west. So because it is south, latitude is negative. Okay, its length is 87.85 cos of its reduced bearing is 0 degree 28 minutes. So cos of 0 degree 28 minutes. So its latitude will be equal to
87.84.
minus 87.84. Others?
Sir, 87.84 cut.
Okay. Next, we will calculate departure. To calculate, when you are calculating departure, we have to see whether the line is eastwards or westwards. If it is east, then it is positive. If it is west, it is negative. For line AB, okay, reduced bearing is northeast. So bearing is eastwards. So sign convention will be positive. Length is 204. Sign of reduced bearing. So sign of 87 degree 30 minutes. Please tell me what is departure. Departure of line AB.
203.80.
203.80 okay. All the latitudes and departure, they will be also in terms of meters. Okay, next line for BC. For BC, the reduced bearing is northeast. Hence, the line is eastwards. Departure will be positive. Length is 226. And sign of reduced bearing is 20 degree 20 minutes. So its departure will be equal to
78.53, sir.
78.53 meters. Okay, next line is CD. For CD line, okay, its reduced bearing is northwest. So the line is westwards. So if it is westwards, departure will be negative. So minus length is 187 L sine of theta. Theta is reduced bearing, which is equal to 80 degrees. So answer will be
Sir,
minus
Minus
184.5.
184.15, sir.
184.15. I hope okay, minus 184.15. Next line, DE. Reduced bearing is south, west, westwards. So if it is westwards, departure will be negative. Length is 192, L 192. Sine of reduced bearing is 30 degree, 3 minutes. So departure will be equal to
Minus
Minus
166.22.
96 point.
Sir, 196. Sorry, 166.
No, sir, minus 96.14, sir.
96.14.
4.
Okay, 192 into sine of 30 degree, 3 minutes. Okay, sine 30 is approximately 0.5, so 192 into 0.5 is 96. Okay, correct. Okay, last line, EA. EA, so reduced bearing is southwest, so line is westwards, hence departure will be negative. Minus 87.85, okay, into sine of its reduced bearing is 0 degrees 28 minutes. So answer will be
Minus 0.71, sir.
minus 0.79.
71, sir.
715.
715. Okay, all of you are getting the same answers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now calculate the summation of all the latitudes. That is